spinning like a barbecue, dug. Same grave all falling too. Couple chicks all in the coop. Till a fox get let in the hen house. Raise a 9 while letting 10 out. No change when it register, homie just checked out. Highway, your life just had to change routes. Day in the life of the jungle, hair long Rapunzel. Everybody want they shop or fumble. Walk the walk but stumble. You trip and tumble. On the humble pages of virtue provider, time really some you. Mother nature nurture survival what if it is. Running the game, I switch your brain story in my life. Turn pages like a leaf roll. God bless me like a sneeze in a cathedral. Or baptisms in a steeple. 12 opportunity looking up through the people. Say you got drop, but they got repo. Your drugs got repo. Well, I got the juice by the punch bowl. Money call when they call roll. Dollar signs up on your soul. When the winner circle with the loophole. Said I got the juice by the punch bowl. Money call when they call roll. Dollar signs up on your soul. When the winner circle with the loophole. It's out of the chest like target employees. We try and put in work, they target employees. Black men in the concrete, jungle in danger. Walk out house in danger. Police says where you going. I told me don't talk to strangers. Toe tag, John Doe, no name you. Black men life so dangerous. Treat you like new clothes and hang you. I'm strange, food swinging. Like little kids in the park and tell me sounds and put it in that money talk. Get on the road, the bitches be setting the road lives. So what to do? Red and blue, chased by blue and red. Men in blue, see us, they seeing red. Got shot, my red, the rights never read. Misunderstood, you not be said. I see the flag. Do not play it, stay to me. Peace fight, graduation, get on stage, see my piece. Drop the mic, I'm food thought to those on a hunger strike. And drive to those who always will hitchhike my wheel. Build with air like a pencil. Want you to put hands on the ground like cartwheels. The race deal, banana clips to get real. Wanna roll by myself like a third wheel. I'm dropping lines, I'm talking about big news. Cause my life on your picture belong in a big real lights, camera action. I've been there for a while. These shit I've been man that pal by the mouth. Got the jokes by the punch bowl.
Yeah, do the show this with it.
When they call roll, dollar signs up in your soul. When they in a circle, cause a little pop.
Yeah,
that's the man right there. Okay.
Yeah.
Listen,
I can't
let's
wait.
be clear. That's shoulders right there.
Yeah.
He'll be here next month, right?
Yeah. Huh? He'll be here. He gonna be here in 9 days and ain't here.
Baby, listen.
For the ones that don't know, I didn't hear you get it on there.
Cassius
Okay,
Keys.
this is Cassius Keys. Okay.
Cassius Keys, if you don't know, he
That
got
was
that
Punch
juice by the
Bowl.
Punch Bowl.
That was Punch Bowl by Cassius Keys, and this is Curvilinear Radio. I am Mary JB.
And I'm Kiki with it.
And it is Misha Miss Hotspot. We are in the building on this lovely Thursday evening, ladies and gentlemen.
What's good? Can you even hear me?
I don't know.
Better earlier.
Yeah.
Did you?
Oh, trying to shortcut me.
Shut your
Wait a
mouth.
minute.
There you go.
You see what I'm saying?
I keep forgetting. I'm so used to 1, 2, 3, and then you always sitting 4, and I'll be forgetting to unmute 4.
Well, today both ears are working.
Okay, there you go.
Calm down. Ready?
Sorry. Boom.
Get in the middle. You want to restart?
Let's do it again. Hello, this is Curvilinear Radio. I am Mary JB.
And I'm Kiki with the E. And it is Misha Miss Hotspot. We are in the building. Happy Thursday. Happy Curvilinear Thursday. Yes.
Almost the weekend.
Hey. Yes.
I mean, it's almost Miss Mary's birthday.
Our guest is at the door.
Our guest is at the door.
Well, I guess he need me to come get him.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just wanted to see you get up.
Yeah.
Just in case y'all know that juiciness right there. No. That's why she called Curvilinear. Okay.
Damn.
So today's topic, we're going to be talking about 2 things, very important things to me. Fashion.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be talking about fashion in Columbus. Our up and coming shows that we have here going on, popping right now in Columbus this October weekend, as well as September weekend that we have coming up the 29th with Curvilinear Radio. Poetry meets fashion.
Mm-hmm.
And then October, we have a full week of extravaganza of Art of Curves with Curve the Runway. Christina Scott and Mr. F. Jones are putting together a full week of spice when it comes to fashion. Okay, a full week. 7 whole days, okay, of fashion. And we have one of the male models that's going to be
yes.
gracing the
Our
runway.
lovely reoccurring guest.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Good evening, ladies. How's it going?
It's going well, Mr. David. How are you on this lovely Thursday evening?
The important thing is I made it. So
yes,
that is all that matters. Better late than never at all, you know.
For that.
Let's just say it's been a heck of a week, we'll say, but nevertheless, doing big. Been trying to promote for the show, and just trying to make sure that people know there's opportunities and what the show's really about. That's what it means to me. So
please, I like this. Go ahead and just step into that. Put your big toe all up in that. I need to know, what does it mean to you to work for this show?
Let's go.
Because I've never been a guy where it's just like, I just want to be looked at, because there's a whole entire story underneath the surface. So Curvilinear and the art of curves, rather, is going to be making sure, and Curvilinear as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Is going to be making sure that it shows that there's more to us than just where our skin holds. There's more to us than just what's on the outside.
Right.
We get a chance to show our heart and our character and who we are every time we are practicing, every time we're going down the runway, every time we're doing that. So that was one of the things I was against as a model, because as a model, maybe just for me, it like kind of contains you, but here it's going to give you a chance to show you your character really is. Yeah. Which has been, I gotta say, been a heck of a thing to just keep. It's a heck of a thing to keep to your own personal character in the everyday world. So when it comes to the modeling, to where everybody just goes by what you look at, you got to make sure you keep your head held up high for that. So this is one of the few shows where I'm like, okay, this will still show who you are.
Yeah. I like the idea of being able to be yourself, having your own statement walk, showing your personality on the runway. It's definitely more therapeutic than just showing that you're beautiful and you're nice looking, you have a nice physique. I mean, really embracing yourself as a human being, not just a curvy person, but as a human being, being able to walk. That's why I like doing these kind of shows. Doing the New York Standard kind of shows and doing this is totally different.
Because I know there was a previous opportunity to do like a new show, but I gotta tell you, I would have been distracted the entire time. I'm too concerned with food if I'm going to a brand new place. I'm out on the runway, eating a slice of pizza, I'd have walked down, did my thing.
That would have been so sexy.
My 5 seconds, been chewing that pizza the entire time. I'm out.
Yeah.
Take a picture of that.
I like to think that like there's just more to be a model for that.
Yeah.
Like I'm. And everybody's like, oh, I've talked to people who's like, well, you just seem so natural with it. You just seem to like go with it. And I tell people all the time, I'm just very used to being at the front, not because I'm cocky, not because I'm a jerk, not because I'm just boastful. I'm just used to just being at the front because that's where the work gets done, and that's what I'm made for.
I know that's right.
Ting-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
Amen to that.
Amen.
Speaking of work now, I hate to break to you, I can't stay long, but I'm trying to be here as much as I can. I got to work for the Lord.
I understand. The Lord comes first.
We will not get in the way of.
Yeah, we don't mess with the God's work. Okay. No. If you got to skedaddle, at least you got to say your message to our viewers.
Appreciate you coming by,
Right.
As long as you can.
I appreciate it. And that's what we wanted to open the door. Like, we had a topic today, but we wanted to open the door to embrace the shows, because right now, fashion for plus size is starting to really kick off. You know what I'm saying? It's really kicking off.
Yeah, they finally got hip.
Exactly. And when I say plus size, I'm not talking about the fit plus size. I mean like real plus size women who have real body shapes, not that molded stuff. Real body shapes. And you know what I mean.
Right. You get it just how you want it. I'm paying for it.
Exactly. So I want to put that message out there that this is definitely a good show, and it's a whole week of designers, and it's a whole week of embracing who you are as an individual, and you get to do it on a fashion standpoint, because a lot of times you think that there's not enough stores or representation of us as women. When you go shopping, it's very hard sometimes for certain body shapes. And when you get to go to these shows and you see designers that are able to fit your body type in a very classy manner and with a little twist, a little edge, something that you would never think that you would see on a plus size woman, it's fantastic. And I love going to these shows so I can get one of those designers in my back pocket. Exactly. Because baby, listen, I be in all kinds of boxes.
Yeah.
You get what you want.
Yeah.
I mean, ain't nothing like that to an underground designer. You can get what you want.
Right. Because that's one of the things I hate about shopping as a plus size person. Ain't nothing cute like that. You gotta mash some stuff together to get it to look the way that you want to be fashionable. To whereas if I was a 2, I can get it all in one hanging right there on the rack.
Yeah.
Give me what's on the mannequin.
right.
Same way.
Let me get that on that stick over there.
Granted, mine's a little bit different because my body is kind of like rubber band. Like it used to be 275. And then I dropped down to 175. And now I'm just saying about 190, and that's like a healthy weight for me. But still very difficult because I've had to go through like 3 wardrobe changes. Because I used to be like a double XL. And then
oh my God, I know the pain.
And then now I'm just at the large.
Fun, but it's costly.
David, you used to be chunky. Let me find out. You was probably cute chunky too. I mean, you're cute. You're very handsome now. But I'm just saying, you know. Well, of course. Excuse me. I am very sorry.
I think, and that's something else too. Like, where even just getting this like type of persona and attitude, where I've always had this face,
right?
I just haven't had this mind or this heart. You know, I wouldn't buy stuff that I buy right now. I can't wait to wear the jacket that I'm wearing Saturday for the what can we say it the Let's go ahead and put it in my announcer voice. The Art of Curves Spain launch party. So you know, I would love. I can't wait to wear it. I wouldn't have worn that 2 years ago.
That's this Saturday, actually, at Club Spain.
To where now I buy clothes for the simple fact that, one, I just like the clothes. I know I look good. And not to mention, it might make me look like a Street Fighter or a Tekken character. Or, you know, 2, it makes me feel good, you know? And I can do that.
Which one, by the way?
Your guy, all you got. Huh?
Never mind. Go ahead.
Okay. Top tier. That's the ones I'm on. Yeah.
Okay.
So, when I was a heavier guy, and that's changed a lot now, it wasn't really I've accepted it as much as it was. It wasn't really like looked at as a plus, so to speak. Especially where I grew up, it was like if you were heavy, if you were just a little bit heavier, right now you were fat. No, you were fat, and then obesity runs in my family. That didn't help out. So now I'm just trying to do like the healthier kick and everything, to where. I still catch negativity, but it's a little bit better handled because I got God in my life now. I got like a good foundation with family. They're supporting me in whatever I do. I can talk to them about things. So, you know, it's a little bit better. On the downside, people seem to only pay attention to me when my shirt's off. So, you know, it's...
I mean, it does look...
I wouldn't say the only time. It's just a more interesting time.
I mean,
you're so comfortable.
It attracts a lot of attention.
Well, you get comfortable with it because you have to get comfortable in your own skin. I mean,
correct.
It wasn't always like that. Like I'm still a guy. I mean,
imagine having model rehearsal with him, ladies.
Like,
right.
That would happen.
He's in the lingerie set.
And 10 years ago, you'd see these long johns, like a full-fledged pajama outfit. But now it's like you can be confident. It's like, well, I made a different image. I made an image as somebody who, you know, wanted me to be here.
Yeah.
Now, what I do with that opportunity is going to be something completely different. What I do with the opportunity, he got me here basically. What I do with that opportunity is something completely different. But it wouldn't have happened 10 years ago. It wouldn't. Yeah. I'm glad I am that type of person because walking around the underwear full of attractive women, I'm very glad I'm not who I was.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Yeah, I like that you embrace yourself. I mean, like, I've seen men that are very athletic, but they're still not confident. You know what I'm saying? Like, they still have their own insecurities about themselves. And it's like, why? You're nice looking. Your body is nice. But in their mind, they're still not perfect.
Well, just like women go through that, I think, and this is a huge thing where guys go through it as well. as you know, I'm into the gym, right? And so it can be very difficult because as big a guy as I am, as fit as a guy, I'll say fit because I am not the largest guy in the room, but I am a fit guy to where, you know, I can go the distance. We'll just say that. If you see a guy who's huge, you can still feel inadequate to where if Idris Elba walks in the room,
you gotta bring him up.
right? I am no Idris Elba. If Idris Elba walks in the room in a ripped T-shirt and a pair of khaki shorts, chewing on a toothpick, and I'm in a 3-piece suit, I'm telling my crew, guys, all right, let's just leave because
that was just a beautiful vision. But go ahead.
Thank you.
I mean,
Thanks for the details.
That guy, and that's the same thing women go through. Like, it's not
This is
necessarily
true.
insecurity.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I believe that humans are naturally competitive.
This is
Wars
true.
all throughout history.
If Janet
But-
Jackson walked in the room with a pair of sweats
which
on, I would feel
Janet
inferior.
Jackson? 'Cause she's
1996 Janet Jackson.
okay before she
Shit,
divorced.
this new one.
The new one, hell shit.
Nah, let me tell you why I can't mess with Janet Jackson. Just getting off her. She married a guy. They had it in a prenup to where if we're married for 5 years, I get half. Right? This guy was a billionaire. Right? 5 years, 3 months into it, you want to get a divorce? I can't with you, Janet. I can't with you.
It was in the agreement.
I can't with you. Well played, but I can't with you. Janet. I can't with you. I can't.
I ain't mad at her.
I mean,
Women have done less for more.
How you know she might have wanted to leave all along?
Right.
Like
why
after,
did you leave
after a year,
so
but
bad.
she like, shoot,
Nah, I'm getting half.
I'm about to get half.
I
of
pumped
that
out your
new
baby too. I'm getting half.
I got my feels going on with that.
I feel
Oh yeah, of
you. I
course.
feel you.
Because if you had said like Velvet Rope Janet, like when I had the poster of her up on the wall,
That was a great
she
album.
said, David, come on, get this limo and let me just tear you apart. Well, guys, I don't think I could do anything else this weekend because Janet Jackson already told me what to do. But you know,
Yeah. Velvet
now-
Rope Janet was
now,
sexy as
it
hell.
was probably someone who just said, David, get in the limo and let me just have my way with you. But sure, it's probably not Janet.
Mm-mm.
No, it's probably not Janet.
So what was your
You gotta
first
think about it.
fashion show?
My
Yes.
first fashion show was, Queen's fashion show where I was wearing combat boots, underwear, a sheet, and baby oil.
I was about to say, didn't you have on a kilt?
No, I won't say it's the cloth was important. I'll give it that. It was a very nice cloth.
Yeah.
It was like kente cloth.
Right, and it was just 30 degrees outside. So,
That's what you call
freezing.
getting thrown into
right.
thrown
It
into
was
the
freezing.
I'm
acid.
the type of guy to where it's like, we're here now. I mean, there's no
Good.
way back.
Me
I
too.
mean,
Let's
That's
just
kinda-
do it.
that's kind of where life.
The show must go on.
Exactly.
Like, we're here now. It's what we're doing. It's why I try to go to the practices where it's like I try to be friendly to people.
Hey, Takesha.
I try to be
Hey,
nice, try to smile, try to make sure that people know that, hey, we're here now. We're all here for the same thing. Contrary to popular belief, I'm not trying to bang everything that walks. I just think it's easier to, be a nice person in the situation.
Yes.
As
I
opposed
never
to,
got that vibe from you.
No.
You'd be
Well, that's good to
surprised
say,
the
though,
vibe people
because-
get from me.
You're a great stretcher though.
You're very good at getting our bodies ready for the walk.
And that's for damn sure.
You get it stretched out. You do
Stretch places you
a
didn't know
little-
needed to be
a
stretched.
little meditation to us, and then you do a prayer, and then we be ready to walk.
We'd be
So,
zen, ready
I like
to
your vibe. You give us positivity. I mean, you've never came off as a creep.
No.
Here's the same thing.
You never gave me that creepy vibe.
And I gotta give and I've had
Right, sitting
No.
back staring.
Yeah.
None of that.
people call what I do peacocking. We all know what peacocks are, right?
Yeah.
You know, peacocks, they come out there and then got this big feather thing. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I've had this notion for a while in my life. I have to get over this from modeling where, like, I've never been in season. Like, the only light skins that are great in the world are Drake and Steph Curry. And that's basically the holy grail. So I don't feel like, I feel like when I go somewhere, do I have to alpha everything? No, but I am a leader and it's natural.
Our light skins
So
in
people
season,
call it
ladies.
peacocking where I go up, I make sure everybody's all right. You're going to see me.
Exactly.
You're going to see that, hey, I'm not you're going to make your own opinions.
Mhm.
It still hurts that if you get the wrong opinion of me, but I don't really have time to dwell on it. I'll give you maybe a day, but in that same day, I can't focus on it because I've got to send emails out to parents. I've got to get ready for a class. I've got to go handle my job where I handle other issues for adults.
Mhm.
I've got to make sure that, heck, my home life is all right. And in everything there, I see your opinion. you have a great day.
Right.
But
At the end
I
of the
just think
day.
that it's better to give off a positive vibe as opposed to just, oh, I'm nervous on this. We can't have a room full of nervous people.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not trying to one up anybody. It's just, you just got to make sure that, okay, some control has to be given. Like, even if it's organized chaos, at least it's organized. So let's just do that.
This is true.
I think fashion shows give me. I'm positive when it comes to fashion shows. It's like, why be angry? Why have an attitude? Like, you're here to put on some fly ass clothes, stretch your pretty ass or handsome ass right down that runway, get pictures taken. Like, but y'all know I'm already a positive person anyway.
Well, this is also like, this goes in any world that you go into, because I've seen it.
You gotta have that mental. Like, you just gotta.
I've seen it in
mentally prepare yourself.
I see it in
anything,
like the work world, everything. I don't wake up in the morning, and I know it's before 9 or whatnot, but I just have to say, I don't wake up in the morning and believe to myself, my shit doesn't stink.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Right, I don't.
Never that.
Right, I don't believe that. I don't think I'm better than anybody. I just think I put my best foot forward. I try to give 100% whatever I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
And with the same thing in modeling, I'm not a professional model. If you were, and I never want to be a
That's what I'm saying. So doing something like that, us not being professionals, and we are local,
right,
underground, upcoming, looking to be discovered, maybe just doing it as a hobby,
Right.
but put pride into it because it's something that you're doing and always wanted to do.
Right.
It's putting your mindset some outside of the box, basically, outside of the normal. And I think setting your mind outside of the normal, it makes you that much better of a person,
right,
period, because you're doing something different.
Right.
And, you know, and you're presenting yourself in front of people a certain type of way. I mean, I think that's kind of like molding you as a...
It depends.
It depends on how you...
It depends on how you are
how you take
who's
it
around you. Like, I don't get irritated at the modeling portion. I
Mhm.
love the modeling portion. I love putting on clothes. I
Right.
love walking. I love performing.
So that's the only thing I really focus on for real.
Everything
else?
That's my thing, because when you're surrounded by people who are not professional, or they're not taking their role serious as a model, it irritates you because you're a part of a team.
Right.
And me being who I am, I don't like negativity being attached to me.
Correct.
So it's like, we're all a team. We're here together. We're all casted together.
Right.
So I don't want that negative vibe at a show, you know.
Well,
and it can cause the atmosphere to be
like
off.
a domino
Yeah,
effect.
it's like a domino effect. One person is in a shitty mood because something didn't go right with their set, then it trickles. Then they want to talk to you about it.
Right.
Then your mind is like, oh my God. So it's like you have
It
to.
turns into telephone,
Right,
and negativity just spreads around the room like
and
telephone.
I think a lot of times models
me,
think
for
that
real.
all it is just going out there and performing. Like, all it is just walking. They don't think about what happens behind scenes. So when they finally get there, things are going to change. You're going to have, as soon as you walk in there, you might get a whole list of how you walk, and you might plan out every detail in your mind. 2 minutes from you about to walk, they say, sorry, you need to hurry up and change and go into this set because we changed the lineup.
Right.
That can throw your whole mind off.
Okay.
So,
Right.
but you have to be quick to be able to change who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, change it. It's not.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, there's
Ain't
things that people
sugar and
what happens is people go into some people, I feel like, go into modeling with this expectancy of whatever they've concocted in their mind that they think is going to happen or what they think they're going to get. And when it doesn't happen, that comes the frustration, the negativity, because they automatically have an attitude because it didn't happen in their mind how they thought they were going to, or how they think it looks on like America's Next Top Model. You only see one part of the,
Right.
you only see one part of the spectrum. You're not seeing the full spectrum behind really putting a whole production together when you're talking about a whole fashion show. Rehearsals and then the actual show, all you're seeing is one vantage point.
Right.
On top of that, you have people who, like you said, it's not for the weak at heart. If you don't have a thick skin, I'm sorry. First of all, anything of the entertainment industry is not cut out for you. Period. Modeling especially.
It's not for thick skin.
Because the higher, if you do get discovered and when you do get signed or whatever, and you go off to be big, if you even get that far, it gets nastier the bigger you get.
Yeah, that's what.
Like they say, more levels, new devils. Right. So, you know.
I just try to make sure that however far this goes, I just stay true to who I am.
Exactly.
Now, if they said, "Hey, Dave, we want you to model a Power Ranger outfit," bet, let's do this. But
I hear the tone of the voice. Ready.
Like superhero at heart. You hear me looking forward.
I am ready.
But yeah, you just gotta stay true to you. Like, I'm not going to go out there and.
You kind of look like you blank out anyway. Like you just a walking piece of meat. Just like you get out there to do it, not like that. Right. You out there to do what you're supposed to do. Look good in what you wear, everything you do, and you go out there. You got the straight face. You be on it. It's so simple for guys. I think.
No, it's not, because if I wouldn't buy the outfit, that I'm wearing, it's probably going to show on my face.
Oh, really?
That's just who I am.
Yeah, they have to hold a certain face.
Yeah, I have
to keep their emotion from showing.
You're going to see exactly how I feel.
Well, maybe that's that blank face that I'm talking about, because I actually, now that you mentioned, I've seen the blank handsome, and then I've seen I'm getting in the character.
Right, you've seen
David.
When David,
because I know this is it right here.
You've seen when there's like David G modeling, and then you've also seen where it's like, all right, it's just got some clothes on.
So
there's a difference in there. There's a difference in there. Like and I got to go after this. If I'm really feeling the outfit to where like I'd wear this and I can feel like I could beat up ninjas in this, or there's an explosion in the background, or I got my energy going, I'm really feeling the outfit. Oh yeah, you're getting the full effect. You're getting the wrestler persona, and I'm going to make this shirt feel like everybody should have it. Every guy should have it. Every woman wants to rip it off me, or they just need to buy it. That's what you're getting. That's the effect you're going to get. If I wouldn't buy it in the store, right, you're not going to get that. You're going to get, yeah, I'm trying.
Right. Okay. So before you go, make sure you let them know where they can see you next, because we are discussing fashion shows in Columbus. So let them know where they're going to see you at this week. Right. You got a busy week.
See me at a few places, so that's going to take about maybe 2 minutes. So if you want to see me for fitness, you can always find me at Lifetime Fitness Easton, to where I perform. Saturday mornings, 9:30 in the morning, Saturday dance gym, and then 10:45 for kickboxing. So you come in for that. If you ladies want to come, I'll get you a pass. Only one of you has been to my classes thus far.
We'll make an appointment.
I have asked them. I have put it out there like, hey,
listen, because I know it's going to be like boot camp, and I'm going to quit.
It usually starts when I'm already still at work. Okay.
What time does it start?
Whatever.
9:30 a.m. Saturdays, 10:45.
I'll be at work, and I have my daughter.
But you'll always find me at the Vineyard. We've got our Awana program going on. It's our Bible studies for 1st through 6th grade, where we're trying to teach them the Bible, teach them right. This weekend, I will be at Spain Nightclub. I've already got the outfit picked out. Got to go home and iron it.
And being in this, I'm sorry, because you just mentioned it, the party this weekend. Being in this like the launch party for the show, don't it make you feel like you kind of like look like a model that night, like? You know, like,
I've already.
I mean, it's gonna be birthday for you, so you already gonna be super fly.
Is there gonna be cake?
Look, she said.
I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt anybody. I'm not gonna buy my.
So good that you gave us last time. Did we ever have a chance to tell you how good that cake was? Oh my god,
we tore it up.
It was called what? Better than sex, wasn't it?
Better than sex cake.
I need another one.
Better than sex cake.
I need another one.
No two cakes are alike. But more importantly, you will find me at Spain Nightclub this weekend. You will find me next weekend teaching at the Vineyard for the kids. And of course, you will find me at the Art of Courage Fashion Week, where I'll be in I've been 5 shows, I know. So you got to come all week to find me.
We have some nice garments.
Yes. So we're going to go ahead and go into a song, let David G exit. We appreciate you stepping through.
We appreciate you, sir.
We love you. But here go 80XN.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't let them take you out of the game, yeah. Spark flame and blaze that fire, yeah. Don't let them take you out of the game, yeah. Spark flame and blaze Some people just gotta burn their head, cause they gotta learn. Girl, you ever had sex with a fireman? Have you in the kitchen naked greasing the frying pan? Passion, long lasting, can't get enough of the blasting. Kerosene lean, empty the can, light my trail so the cops can see the merciless signature written in flames across the land. Exclamation point indeed. Watch me with the fortunate for they greed, and give to the unfortunate the ceremony masters, bringing the torches in around the fire with our children, making the earth beat with our bare feet. In the house, raising my children. No house sitting, multitasking, go get it. Speak about yourself better, live better, catch a clue, claim it true. Cheap running water can take on another element strand. Watch me burn it down with my bare hands. Don't let them take you out of the game, yeah. Spark flame and blaze that fire, yeah. Don't let them take you out of the game, yeah. Spark flame and blaze that fire. Dragon breath, bathed in the magma chamber before I get fresh. The rise of the Phoenix Drake, speak before I dress. I can't rest, standing before my next test. Great passion plus commission equals focused action. Make it do what it does. Get them, even through all the scrappers and shooters. Get quiet, firebug, bumping tuba. Come and eat and get full and get buzzed up. Dancing in the streets until the morning in Jamaica. It's the nature, more like to out here for the creator. Pyrotectronics, fire water, fire eater. A rapid chemical reaction that releases heat and light. Gets me teacher, especially the X-element combination of a combustible substance and oxygen. Pop the hydrants. Don't let them take you out of the game, yeah. Spark flame and blaze that fire, yeah. Don't let them take you out of the game, yeah. Spark flame and blaze that fire.
That fire.
I ain't heard that one in a minute.
I know, right? I wanted to pull that out of the.
You went to the crate for that one.
You know what I'm saying? So this is Curvilinear Radio, and that was 80XN, and I am Mary JB.
And I'm Kiki with the knee.
And it is Misha, Miss Hotspot. We are discussing fashion shows in Columbus, Ohio, for those of you who don't know.
We have so much going on.
It's a lot happening. Starting tomorrow, right?
Starting to
next week. Sorry. I'm too early. I'm sorry.
On us.
Next week.
Yeah, next week, the 29th is the Curvilinear Radio's Poetry Meets Fashion.
Mm-hmm.
We have 3 designers and stylists.
Yes.
We have Miss Elise Jones. Cutting Edge is her design. And then we have Brinkston Kelly.
Yes. Boss Kings and Queens.
Yes. Boss Kings and Queens from Cincinnati.
So
her stuff is differently creative. And I'm very excited. She's going to kick it off.
Brinkston is?
Then Brinkston is. And we're going to have
my first piece from her.
Yes.
First show ever.
First show. I've never walked for her, so this will be my first time walking for her. And then
you walk for her?
I've never walked for her.
I said, do I?
Yeah, we all 3 walk for her.
Okay.
And then we have Miss Elise Jones will be second, and then hashtag I am Curvilinear Radio, styled by Mary JB.
Yes. Where the damn ding at? You fired.
I got to give myself a ting-a-ling-a-ling.
You in charge of it. What the hell? We ain't got no backup ting-a-ling over here.
She's going to have to pass the ding-ding.
I need to get some sound effects. That's what it is. I should have made a sound effect.
Okay, you should have made a sound effect.
I'm not good at that.
Listen.
She's going to pass
so we have 2 poets. I hate her so much.
Not like that, though.
It ain't even 9 o'clock.
It's almost, though. It's real close.
Almost made, y'all. Almost.
Hey, it ain't a Curvilinear day if we don't go left, okay? So we're gonna have 2 artists slash poets, I should say. We have Miss Bailey Marie coming through, and we will also have Cassius Keys in the building.
Yes.
So I am so excited about that. Then we have Mr. Swamp Thing. On the 1s and 2s.
I like that. Do that again.
Swamp. Thing. 1 and 2.
You can spell that out. If you don't know how to spell that before, you do now. Right.
If you did not know. And we'll have 2 jewelry vendors as well.
Yes,
so I'm telling you, it's going to be a good night. Fun. We will start the show promptly at 8:30. I want to give people time to get through the door because the doors will not open until 7:30. So y'all have a whole hour to chill, get y'all's VIP wine. Those who pay for the VIP, you get a glass of wine.
Mingle a little bit.
Mingle with the vendors. Listen to our DJ on the ones and twos, getting the mood right. And I'm telling you, this show is going to be not just about fashion. I just want that to be clear.
Right.
I want to send a message because I'm telling you, when I do my shows, this is going to be my second show that I'm doing by, our own. I am Curvilinear. I put in my mind that everyone I want to deliver a message. I don't want it just to be walking to music. I want you to feel something, not just at the outfits. I want you to be like, ooh, them is nice outfits. That's cute. That's something I would wear. But I want you to also look at how they're walking, the message in the song. I want you to feel something, not just, I like experiences. When I go to a show, I want to feel an experience. When I see an outfit, I want it to talk to me. When I see jewelry, I want it to touch my spirit. So like, I got to buy it. Okay. If it don't talk to me, I don't want it. That's all I'm saying. I just don't want it. So I like experiences. I'm happy.
I've seen your closet.
Baby, listen.
You have a lot of things to talk to you. You might want to talk to somebody about it.
I probably do need to get somebody.
And see, Mary looked like she got a lot of clothes in her closet.
Nah, son.
I wear certain select, maybe, alternate between 10 15 outfits. That's about it. But my room.
Yeah, I've seen her closet too. Y'all neck and neck.
God. I mean, I don't even like wearing heels no more like that. I got heels for fucking days. Like, it's just so much ish.
Yeah, like I thought I had a lot of stuff, but y'all definitely.
But I don't want to get rid of nothing. Because they came a long way, and I'm saying everything in that room was nothing I wore 3 years ago. So it's technically not that old. I just don't wear it like that, but it's just in the way. I gotta get rid of something because I really want some clothes.
I had to do it. I threw it away. That's why I ain't got nothing now. I threw away all my stuff so that.
And that's the problem. iPad on top. There's no room, no more. I need to. And then my daughter's shit in there too, so that's even worse. My little fashion niece, and she's like, I'm like, Kara, I need to get you out of here, baby.
Right.
I need to get
before
you
the
out.
stuff start being the
she
same size.
There, but her clothes in there. Like, I need all of this. I need all of this space. I might have enough space if I didn't have her in there. I just thought about that. I might have enough space for my shit, maybe, if I didn't have hers. Okay, I'm going to do some changes. Sell them tickets, baby.
So
after
right now we only have the general admission.
Yes,
VIP is
gone.
Y'all waited tickets, baby. If you do want to get a ticket, it's only $10.
That's it. That's all.
$10.
And them gonna go fast.
And those are going to go fast. And we only
it's
have
an intimate affair.
We only got 10 more seats.
We only have 10 more seats.
Oh, let me send some
messages out.
Really?
We don't. It's a limited seating. So after that, after those seats are gone, you're gonna be standing.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
It's gonna be worth it. You're gonna enjoy yourself from beginning to end of this show. And what were you asking, Misha, about after?
I don't even remember.
Oh, okay. So then about 2 weeks later or a week and a half after that, a week after that,
Jennifer said she's bringing you cash for a few tomorrow.
Yay! I'll be here. So, and then a week after that is Art of Curves.
Yes.
So I just want that to be very clear. All of us are going. Well, I'm sorry, Misha's not walking, but she's going to be there. Me, Bree, and Kiki with an A
right here
is going. Girl, I tell you, my brain is fried. So us three are walking for Art of Curves during that week. And we also have a set as well on that Thursday. So get your tickets ASAP.
And let me tell y'all what's so unique about this show, which some of y'all out there sleeping on. It's a whole week. So let's say some of y'all work on the weekends. You can partake and come check out one of the shows during the week.
And it's later in the evening.
Exactly. It's in the evening because I work too. I'm just going to get off early, do my thing when I get there. And then the places that they are at
are really nice venues.
The Art Museum, the Vault, that's on South High Street.
Yep.
Copious. That's where the casting call was, and oh my God, that place is really nice.
Yeah,
downstairs,
nice
upstairs. I mean, it's really nice. And then where's the other one at? I got my tickets. If you want to take, I got those.
Villa Milano is Sunday, right?
Yeah, the finale is the Villa Milano.
So I'm gonna go through the shows so y'all know what y'all are missing out on. So Sunday, October 7th is Curves, Couture, and Cuisine. Let me repeat that. Curves, Couture, and Cuisine. Brunch and a day party.
I love day parties.
So, and one of the designers that day is going to be Curve Bella from Detroit. Yes. So, listen, Linda, I love her. So, Monday, October the 8th is Canvas Power Shoot. So, you have an opportunity to take photo shoots with 3 to 4 photographers that day.
Yep. And
one of them is a magazine.
Anybody can partake in
it. One of them is a featuring queen size magazine.
Yes.
So she is looking for models to do winter looks for her, and that will, if she chooses you, you will be in the winter issue. So that's the opportunity for you to definitely get out there and bring yourself, so if you are still, if you're a curvy model and you want to get your face out there, you want to mingle, you don't have to be a part of AOC to do this photo shoot. Just make that clear. So if you do want to do the photo shoot, please look that date up on the website. All of our pages has the link. I believe it's $50 right now on sale. So that's a good deal for photographers, and you can wear, you can wear whatever you want besides queen. They're looking for people who only have winter looks. Just keep that clear, and it has to be appropriate to your body. So please be mindful of your shapes, be mindful of your shapewear, and make sure you're wearing appropriate to who you are. Don't overdo it. Don't overthink it. Just think style and beauty. That's it. In shapewear. And then can't say that enough.
Right. Shapewear. And then not only that, it's not even just for nobody has ever modeled before, even if you haven't modeled before and you just want to.
You might be found. Like you come to a shoot and you got a dope look and you never modeled before, but you know how to work that camera, baby. Listen, can I sign you?
Right. Yep.
So Tuesday, October 9th is the Gallery of Curves. Wednesday, October 10th is Art All Night.
Tell them where they at.
The flyer doesn't say.
Oh, go ahead.
But I'll look it up before we leave, so y'all know exactly where it's at. Then Thursday, October the 11th is Glamour Night Out, and that is a magazine launch as well for October 11th, and that's the date that I will be showcasing again. Another set of I Am Curvilinear styled by Mary J. B. And I'm telling you, these are 2 different sets. So what you see on September 29th is not what you're going to see. Let's be clear. It's not what you're going to see on Art of Curves. I am definitely doing something different for that set.
But of course.
So let's be clear. Totally different music, totally different setup. Outfits are going to be a little different as well. Only thing that I will be showcasing again is my men's line, just in case those who haven't seen it. But the women will definitely be changed differently. So I can't wait.
Right.
I can't wait. And it's a totally different message. So Let's be clear. I like I said, I like experiences. So October the 12th, which is on a Friday, is Curves and Cufflinks, baby. Listen, that's going to be the lingerie day.
Yes.
And I am going to be walking that day.
And some lingerie, girl.
So I'm telling y'all. And Treva. Don't call her Treva.
Oh, she gonna get me. Listen, Treva, do not choke me when I see you, please.
Yes, Treva is going to be there, and baby, listen, I'm walking for 2 designers that day.
You're gonna be working, girl. I'm gonna have
that's going to be dope. And listen, when I tell you this line with Treva, because I got a snippet. If you follow her page, you got a snippet. Her vision for these Buzier bras, I'm telling you, is going to be so sexy.
I wish
the whole look is going to be sexy. Listen, you'll get an opportunity, I promise you. If you follow her page, she always posting opportunities to walk for her. You just got to be... I'm telling you, Facebook is really a good place for you to network yourself. You know, if you're following your favorite designer.
When you're on there for the right reasons.
Exactly. If you're on there for the right reasons and you're following your designers, because listen, I go on my designers' pages, the ones that I love, and just scroll. I don't even be on my timeline. That's what people be like, you ain't see my post? No, I didn't. I'm sorry. You got to tag me. I was looking at
don't tag
line.
me,
I was looking at, what was going on in my group. I'm sorry. I don't be on. I post stuff on my timeline and then I keep it moving. That's really it. I go through my notifications and then I go to the designers that I love, see if they posted anything, what's popping with them. I might go on the like pages and stuff. So it's a good way for you to network yourself. So again, Friday is Curves and Cufflinks.
It just sounds sexy.
And that one is 18 and over.
50 Shades of Thick.
Yes. So that is 18 and over. So you can be 18 to come to that night
at the vault. Listen to where it's at. The vault. Get dirty.
And then October 13th.
Once after that show. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. October 13th, Saturday, is Glam Bash and Runway Art 101. That is with Miss Nikki the Brand.
Yes, Miss Nikki Mac.
Listen, if you're trying to learn how to walk, if you're trying to learn how to brand yourself, if you're trying to learn how to be professional in this business, that is a class that you want to take.
Now, how much are those tickets?
It's $20 right now on sale.
Now I might go to that.
You see right here it says $40.
So
they
it's
are $20 right now, y'all.
So if you
might
really
have
want
to come through for Miss Nikki Mac.
Yes, because I bought that ticket as soon as they said it was on sale. I was like, hey, I was gonna pay the $40 anyway, but if it's on sale, go ahead and say that extra $20.
I'm gonna grab one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab one this weekend.
I really
good sale.
I follow her as well. Like I said, I go on her page quite frequently as well.
Yeah, I follow her
lives.
I've been following her since Cincinnati.
Yeah, since I met her in Cincinnati, I definitely have been following her. She's very entertaining. She definitely drops jewels on you.
Yes,
and she definitely keeps it 100 real. If you doing some shiesty S, she is going to blast you. If you being professional, she is going to definitely give you your kudos.
She tells you the truth like it is.
100.
If your walk don't look great, she gonna let you know. If you don't look professional in your car,
like walking and stuff, I'm like, she gonna
I don't know what her. I don't know. I know it's going to be 101. I think usually she does because I looked at some of her other classes that she's provided in the past, and she has did walking lessons with some of them. So I'm like, I'll be happy to have her do some critiques on my walk. I really like going to classes and learning, because even though
even if it is just posing,
it's always better to get somebody who's been in the game forever to give critiques. And that's why I say you can do 20, 40, 50 shows. You can travel all over. You can go to Paris, you can go to Milan, you can go to New York. That don't mean nothing when it comes to some of these designers. Like, for real, not every designer is going to like you.
Period.
Not every designer is going to want you.
Period.
So if you gotta,
and sometimes it ain't got nothing to do with the way you look. It's the way you walk.
Exactly.
It's the way you walk.
It's their vision of what they want.
Yeah, the vision. If you don't fit that vision, it's not going to work.
It's not going to work. So, and I get that. Now being in this industry for 3 years, I've walked in 13 shows now since then. And walking in that many shows, you learn. Like, I want to walk for so many designers. I'm not going to blast them. But I want to walk for so many designers. But I have learned by looking at the models that they have chosen that I'm not the one that they want.
I'm not the one.
And I am okay with that. That don't mean I'm not going to keep watching your designs or looking at
this is one, and I think I really could fit the critique. I ain't going to put on blast neither, but I'm just saying. But, they got an eye for what they want. But you can't be mad at that.
See, my mindset, I look at it that way, and then I look at it like, so I'm just going to make sure I get enough money, and I'm just going to pay them to make me something.
There you go.
And then I'm just going to rock it and tag them all over the place. So then eventually they be like, well, damn, she did kind of look good in my shit. Yeah, make me another one.
There you go.
Pretty much.
See, that's the mindset I take. Okay, I don't have to work for you, but I will save up the money.
I need
and call you up and send you an email like, so I need something done, and I got such and such $100, however much it is, I need for you to make that in my size.
Amen.
Right.
I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with that. I don't gotta work for you, but I still will wear your shit.
I've been,
because I feel like that's what
I have been like that. I have.
That's why plus size not done what it's done.
But as soon as I bought their item, I walked for them.
That's why. That's what.
But then it's like, did you choose me because I purchased? Or you choose me because I'm a great model?
Listen, they chose because that's how plus models were able to. I feel like that's how plus models were able to push through in the industry, not just, of course, by the footwork that was put in by those who really took that first blow and paved the way, because I can only imagine that was a nasty blow, because it's still nasty. So, but I feel like that's what did it, was people started paying attention to those fashionable curvy women who didn't look like somebody's frumpy grandma. You ain't got to put me in a sheet.
That bothers me.
Danielle.
To cover up everything.
Everything.
You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta look like I'm somebody's Muslim wife.
I don't gotta look like I just rolled around in some sheets.
Yeah, like I turned over in the morning, grabbed what was wrapped around me, and I walked out the door. That's not how I look. My jeans don't look like that on me.
That look good too.
I'm just saying we can. However,
my gals, I love y'all.
We can. But I'm saying, I think that's
and Miss Danielle is our host for the evening.
Yes. She's going to be
September 29th. So I am so excited to have her, and I appreciate her so much for agreeing for it. So, baby, let's say.
But yeah, I feel like by people wearing, the models wearing certain designers' clothes, they started to pay attention to it. Because at the end of the day, our dollar drives in fashion.
It does. But a lot of these designers that are so used to designing for one body type, they really don't know how to dress us.
No.
Especially my shape. Like, you can get away with making an outfit that is
but I'll take
more
that
bodycon to someone who has a smaller waist and big butt, because all that's doing is just giving them that hourglass figure. But me, my belly is what stops me from being able to wear that. So a lot of times they don't realize that all I gotta do is tweak that outfit just a little bit to make that fit me and my body. And then it's me, me. I tell them, this is what I will show them, a design that is made for a plus size woman. And I will say, hey, I want you to make this for me, but instead of this line, I want it this way. Instead of this, I want it, because I know my body shape. I know what looks good on me and my body.
Right.
So if you have a good designer that can take little tweaks of their design or be able to alter a design for just you, that's the kind of designer that you want to work with. That's the kind of designer that you want to have in your back pocket to help you in your closet.
You can always put them to the test,
baby.
Because I wonder if, like, a woman of my size could go to noticeably.
I
know, right?
Just saying,
like,
she got to show the
curves.
In case y'all watch me, y'all know y'all make clothes of this size. I mean, we know the designers that do and don't, but I wonder, the ones that don't make them of the plus size, could we, women of plus size, go to them and be like, hey, this one right here,
That's what I'm saying.
You gotta go there.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's still put them to the test because they do that. I mean, I wonder if they're not making the plus size for saving the purposes, or not saving the purposes, but saving fabric, which they shouldn't, because you should want plus size consumers, right? Mm-hmm. So, or is it that they can't?
Some of them don't.
They can't. And so I'm gonna come with money. Now, don't get it wrong. There are a few, unfortunately, though, who it ain't either one of them. They just don't want their name attached to plus size.
I want the, and then this will also expose them too. Just coming to them like one of these days when I have them, and I think I'm the person that will do that. See it because I've seen some fly ass outfits on the pretty woman, and I know will look just as good on me. Mm-hmm. Right. So I want to be like, hey, I want you to make that in my size. But, give her my little tweaks. See if you can do it. Her response, if she says she can't, because, some people might have their pride. They don't want to humble down. Be like, I can do that. Plus, money talk. They might try it. You be getting your money back because they can't do it. So, I mean, that's like a nice little test just to see where their mindset is, where their skill set is, all that.
This is true.
I feel like if you are a designer in 2018 and you have not made one item for a plus size model, then you don't want to. Period. And I don't even care to put you to.
Well, I can't. You can't say that everybody don't want to.
2018, and you are a designer, and there are so many models in 2018 that you can pick to walk for you, and that are dope walkers, and you haven't even.
Let's adjust that statement though. Right. Depending on how long you've been a designer, because if you started out designing, just learning how to just design clothes, period, and just create fashion, and you started out with that average that they give you probably in fashion school, because I'm sure they ain't handing no plus size whatever to sketch for you to create. I mean, I'm just saying that's not what they giving out.
Mm-hmm. I'm just thinking that she's design school live going lightweight ham real quick.
I'm sure she is.
She ain't going ham, but Danielle, probably she ain't called yet. But she said it's on. Probably when we was talking about her being the host, our lovely host. And she said, "Thank you, Mary. I'm so happy to hear you say that." Probably when we was talking about fashion for body types, because she also said, "Dress me, Mary. You know how." And then she said, "Why would you put me in a form-fitted dress? I should flare at the waist. Duh. Look at y'all looking like snacks."
But that's true. That is so true. When you know how to accentuate and make a waist when there's not a waist. You know what I'm saying? If you know how you
right. But I'm saying for somebody that's just learning.
Here we go. Hello, thank you for calling Curvilinear Radio. Who is this?
Danielle. You know I had to call.
What's up, Danielle?
You probably live in on the phone like.
What up, ladies?
What it do?
Looking so pretty.
And look, today is a relaxed day too, girl. No makeup, nothing. Well, me.
Okay, so real quick, I am a super plus size. I am a 28-30, and I have modeled for a couple designers, and they seem to always want to. I don't care if I got shapewear on or not. See, you could tell who's used to making stuff for plus size people and who's not, because they tend to think that just because you have a size 10 and you can put them in a corporate dress. I don't care if I have on shapewear. It still looks horrible.
Right.
It looks horrible. I do not have a shape I carry in my midsection, and it just does not look good. And I'll be looking at my pictures like, when it gets from the waist down, it's not a good look. Right. And they're like, girl, you killed it. You look the bomb. No, I did not, because they put me in a form-fitted dress, which did not flatter my shape.
Right.
Just because you're plus size, you do not have the same shape. Everybody is shaped differently, and you have to flatter each individual person. So therefore, don't just try to throw something.
Especially if you wanted to sell.
Right.
And that's why I like Mary, because Mary knows how to dress me, because she knows I carry my weight in the middle. She's going to give me something that flares from the waist that would, not draw all the attention to my stomach area. Even though I'm plus size, you still got to be flattering.
Right.
And it's not flattering. So I just wanted to call and say that, because these designers out here, just because you're a designer does not mean you know how to dress a plus size person. You need to look at the person's shape before you just put them in something.
Correct.
Because this is my size, it says my size, does not mean I'm going to look good in it.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
We with you.
And I'm just, it all comes with learning. I used to be so excited, like, oh, I'm about to be working for this designer. But wait a minute, does this designer really know how to dress me? No, you don't.
You're right.
So that's why you see a lot of these designers always pick the same looking women, because they never want to explore and spread their wings outside of their box to dress somebody else that's not shaped exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, there's a difference. Either you're a designer that can dress both, 0 to size 10 and all the way to super plus size, or you can just dress your size. You need to be realistic and stick to what you know, because if you try to go outside what you know and you don't know how to do that, you need to say you're a limited designer for just those specific sizes, instead of saying you know how to dress everybody, because you don't.
Right. That's true.
You're right.
So people need to be more specific, because I'd be damned if somebody else tries to throw me in something else that does not look flattering to me.
Do you feel like maybe it's because they're designers, and I don't know if designers do this because I have no clue about actually when it comes to the cutting and sewing and designing an outfit, but because I know that designers, they take our measurements.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they're going strictly from those measurements, or if they're actually going from those measurements plus a picture of what I'm actually shaped like. You know what I'm saying?
I think it depends on the way that designer is trained. Like, it's your eye. You make clothes the way you want them to be made. Like,
yeah, but I feel like certain people's measurements can look different.
If I could sew, me. If I could sew, I would go by both. I would go by both, and that's why when I style, I ask people, if I have never seen you walk or seen you move, send me a video, send me a couple of pictures of you, because then that'll help me see your body shape.
Right.
Like when you walk, you see more of your movement and where your hips are, where they moving, than when you just standing still. So that's how I'm able to style you. When you walk and you might have a problem with your legs, a short skirt probably isn't what you want to wear. Sorry, I'll probably put you in a long skirt with a split on the side. Correct. You know what I'm saying? Just to hide those elements of your legs that might be a problem. I think
that's what it is for designers. To me, I feel like the reason they don't know how to dress a plus size or curvy, I really hate using plus size, but a curvy woman is because they don't understand how we dress ourselves. Yes, we do want to be sexy, but just like a skinny woman, we still have those flaws we do want to cover. And then there's times when we have those flaws that we think are flaws and I ain't really, you know what I'm saying, that we want to show off, but there's a certain way we can showcase that flaw that's still, like she said, still appealing. It's still attractive. It's still, you know what I'm saying? And they don't know how to do it where it's fashion forward. Some of them have tried, but it looks so damn plain Jane. You don't want to, it's like, I got to do too much accessorizing just to make that look good.
Right. What are you saying, Danielle?
Real quick, I wanted to say this too, and this is honest truth. Even if Mary was not my friend, my sister, anything, I'm going to say this. The thing that sets Mary apart is Mary is a stylist. And the problem is, and I'm going to be honest, with some of these designers, they really need to hire a separate stylist. Instead of just making these clothes and saying, I'm a designer and I made this and I'm going to make it for this person and they're going to wear it regardless of their body type.
Correct.
Mary is a stylist. So therefore, she can piece stuff together that flatters people's shape. You understand? So not only do I look at her as a somewhat of a designer, she's a stylist, and like even with her pictures, like the way she makes us look.
Right.
I have had 1,000 people that have said, Danielle, in the picture that I took of the body positive image, they would like, no offense, seeing me walking, standing next to me and looking at that picture, I look 100 pounds smaller than what I am. It's because of the direction that she gave during the photo shoot. And the outfit that I picked up off of the shelf. If you would have seen me stand up and just took a picture, you'd be like, oh, this is like two different people. That's the difference between what Mary does. The designers need all three pieces.
You're crazy.
She crazy. I can't
she
do
does
that.
That's honest though. That's real talk. That's real talk. That's real talk.
Get out here and just cut the material and put people in stuff. No, you need to give direction. You need to make the outfit, and you need to style me in the outfit.
Right.
If you don't have all three of them, I don't feel you need to be making clothes.
Yeah.
And that's just it.
I get what you're saying.
Totally.
I do.
You know what? You want your stuff to sell, right? That's the point of you being a designer. If you put somebody out there that's 400 pounds in a bodysuit that you made, that's gonna be looking like, now wait a minute, it's cute, but it don't look good on her. I'm not about to buy that because I don't look like her.
I love you, Daniel.
All right, bye, Daniel. Fine, I'm kidding. You go here cutting up right now, girl.
You get where I'm going.
Yes, I know. We got you. We got you.
We so get.
That's why we love you, cause your ass. That's why you the host of this show, cause you don't give a good god dang on what come out your mouth.
Talking. So, but I love y'all. I love what y'all doing. I can't wait to see y'all. I can't wait to host the fashion show. As far as I'm concerned, it's gonna be the show of the year, and that's my opinion. So,
let's get it.
Yes, I appreciate it.
I love you.
Love you. Thank you so much for calling. Can't wait to see you.
okay, baby.
Bye. She made good points, though.
She did make some good points. And I do agree with that. For those fashion designers who didn't come into the game and didn't have intentions of making clothes for plus size, curvy women, you know what I'm saying? Whether it was because you didn't want to, it was because you didn't know how to, or it wasn't a thing at the time. Yes, you do need to get a stylist, a curvy stylist, preferably. Okay.
If you already got a stylist,
to help you learn how to, but you still need someone from the curvy community to be on your team to say, that's not going to flatter a figure of a woman. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to work for her. Because when you're talking about that shape of a woman, that piece right there don't need to be right there. You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Because I'm sorry, 125 can't tell me shit on what looks good on 225 over here. Okay, I'm sorry. It's 100 pounds makes a hell of a damn difference.
Tell you how this
like that's cute, but not for me, baby.
And you got to think that when it comes to a designer, it's their vision.
Right.
So, I mean, I wouldn't say that they shouldn't be a designer because there's somebody, even though No, I was saying Danielle had made that message.
Right.
So I'm saying it's not, even though it might not look good on her.
Right.
Somebody her size may like it.
Right.
And they might want to wear it just because they saw her rock it.
You know right. She just might have given them that much more inspiration.
She might just gave them more of a,
she rocked it.
She rocks it.
Right.
And that's what I love about her. I love her persona and her image. Like, she's very positive when she get out there. When she do it with so much confidence that you don't even know that she don't like the pieces she got on. You don't.
Right.
But
true.
So I say
that's what models do.
I mean, hell, y'all gonna say I've done it. I have not liked every piece that I've had on. But you couldn't tell in them pictures. And you couldn't tell in my walk. And I would never say it to the designer. Like, that's just professional. That's just lack of professionalism. Yeah, my job is to sell their clothing. So at the end of the day,
what you don't think looks good on you, it is somebody
likes that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody can see that being rocked some way, shape, form, or fashion that they be like, oh yeah, I want that. You know, that's fine. If I'm gonna be your muse, I'll be your muse. But I do have to say, I'm gonna kind of be devil's advocate, but not really. I kind of don't want all of the other designers that are already established to jump into plus size, because see, by the fashion industry and society shunning on curvy and plus size for so many years, what it did is created some bomb ass designers in the curvy world that y'all can't put a candle to. I'm sorry. Because it ain't shit Victoria's Secret got on Treva. Sorry.
No, I wouldn't even wear
I'm trying to listen.
I would never wear
I've never worn Victoria's Secret.
For one, I can't fit it.
One.
Two, I never felt like
Two, I wasn't paying that much for no damn pants.
That appealing to me. I mean,
you're gonna have one of these little Treva gonna have one of these little girls bring their Victoria's Secret bra over to her like,
listen, can you help me out for me? Listen,
I'm really digging that style on that one picture.
Listen.
And I want to add this little pizzazz to it. See that? Because that's the joy of having a designer.
Yeah,
you know, customize it how you want. Have
Lane Bryant ain't got shit on Curve Bella,
Wonder Woman, and what other labels you have on your bra? And had
I didn't have Wonder Woman. I have Superman. I have
y'all gonna make
Beyonce. I just did a gold member. That was just everything was gold.
And your hair was
I had military. Yeah, my hair was gold. I did a military bra. This new one for the Queen shoot. Baby, listen. I can't wait for that one. And she do bow ties. No. I mean, you can if you want to incorporate that in your. That would be dope.
Though. Like bluish and the icy looking like.
Baby, listen.
Oh, you should definitely do that. Oh, you should definitely do that.
So baby, listen. So, and she did. I'm the type that when I have an idea, I just throw it out there and I give you everything that I want, and I just hope that you come through. And she is one of those designers.
Right.
Like I will order things like I want this and this and this on it, and I want it this color, I want it in this area, and she'd be like, all right, I got you.
Yeah.
I think every piece you didn't got from every designer you didn't had is how you want it.
Yeah.
I can't even think of nothing that you haven't.
I mean, if I pay for a piece from a designer, hell yeah, it better be.
I done got some things that weren't exactly what I wanted. Didn't come out exactly the way I wanted, but those are the designers that I just won't work with.
And you made it, but I know.
But I'm not the type that
made it work too.
Yeah, I try to make it work if it's something that I can make work.
Right.
If I can't make work,
have you ever had something that you was like, I ain't even try with, like, I'm not even
really.
Yeah. So it's never.
You never seen
our eyes.
You never seen it. It's still in my closet.
Put it in the show.
No, it's not even something I want to put on somebody else. I wouldn't even do that to them. No,
I'm
sending it to another designer for them to alter it and recreate something totally different for me. That's how bad it is. Like, I was really pissed. So, yeah, and I'm not the type that blasts. I'm not. You just won't get my points. You just won't get my points anymore. And I'm the type that once I see that who you are and you are able to give me something, I'm a loyal customer. I keep coming back. I keep pocketing you, you know. But as soon as you dog me, these coins is gonna stay in my pocket.
Right.
Forget you. I'm good. Peace out. So no, I'm not gonna put it in the show. I wouldn't even do that to my brand.
Gotcha. Right.
So,
yeah, true. Because then they can be like, that was my piece, blah, blah, blah. I got copyrights.
And I'm the type that if I do take a designer's piece that they gave to me, like Treva gives me pieces. I talk to her and ask her, hey, in this suit, in this actual set, I'm a stylist. So I'm going to use designer's items to make another model look dope. Like, that's just me. That's a stylist. I'm not saying that this is me.
Right. That's why it's Styles by.
Styled by Mary J.B. I am taking other designers, and then if it's something that you want, I will give you that designer's card or give you that designer's opportunity. And some of the stuff, if I did put it in my show, it's something that I designed, but they seemed. Period. You know what I'm saying? Something that I actually came up with the concept. I came up with every detail that I wanted on that item, and they were my seamstress. Correct. So, of course, I'm going to use it because it's my design. But if it's something that you just made yourself and I bought it from you, I'm going to ask you, is it okay if I put this in my set? Because, you know, and Treva's like, shoot, you paid for it. I'm like, cool, because I'm going to pay exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's the point of collaborating. Stylists collaborate with other designers. That's giving you credit.
Yeah, because that's how people go and buy stuff. That's how people went, and that's how Michael Kors got awards. You know what I'm saying?
All of those.
What are they wearing? What you got on?
What you got on? Your stylist, the one who put it together.
Exactly.
But that designer is who's getting the shout out. So it's cool. I'm okay with that.
And that's a good. Really, I feel like being in the modeling industry in Columbus for the past year. Well, it's been more than a year now, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For you?
Damn.
Yeah.
It goes so fast.
It really
but
does.
I feel like that's what Columbus needs to help pull this camaraderie that's not happening.
Yeah.
So that it can be more collaboration instead of and less division in the fashion and modeling industry, because I haven't heard of any stylists I've heard of models, I've heard of event planners, I've heard of fashion designers, photographers, all of the other elements, but I haven't heard of any stylists, like someone that just focuses strict.
It's boutiques. That's their way of saying I'm a stylist. They are the ones who are getting the items and putting it in their store, and they're bringing the items for you to wear. So that's considered. That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about putting it in a store. I'm talking about on the fashion show aspect of it, to where there's a stylist in there to help bring that camaraderie. Because like you said, yes, now I got pieces that I bought from other designers that I can use in a set that I'm going to create this style that I think is dope, using this designer's this designer's that, and give them credit, you know what I'm saying, without them even having to be in the damn show. Mm-hmm. That'll help that get their name
people,
out there.
that gets their name out there, that gets people to start supporting local designers, that gets people to start wanting to put those designers in their next show, you know what I'm saying, and then get people to start just coming together and working with each other, because, I'm glad we are talking about fashion shows and modeling, because I need that to happen. It need to be a whole lot more unity.
It really does. I wish that it wasn't so competitive. And that's the thing about
it's okay with being there is a such thing as neutral competitive. You can be competitive without being nasty. You can be a team player. You know what I'm saying? You can, don't be a sore loser, in other words. You know what I'm saying? And really, there's no losers. As long as everybody can win. There's enough of the pie to go around.
If you learn something from it, you won some knowledge.
You know what I'm saying? Your success is based on who you help also get there, not just yourself.
Right. Because when I think of competitive, in my mindset, because there's different forms. Okay. So my mindset is it's okay to challenge yourself competitively.
Yes.
So if you see somebody else working hard, okay, they're doing this. Let me challenge myself. Let me step my game up. But when you over here comparing resumes, that's a problem to me. I hate when people downplay somebody else's resume in this industry, and they do that a lot.
And I don't know why.
Hindering a lot of the success in this industry, and it's hurtful. And that's my only thing. When it comes to this industry, it's very hurtful. If you haven't done this and this, you ain't made it. And I'm like, I haven't made it, and you haven't either, because you ain't getting that big point.
And if you pay attention, those who are not pulling their resume. Those who can take that resume to the bank and cash out, they not pulling their resume. Mm-hmm. They don't have to, first of all.
Oh.
But it's also not necessary.
It's not.
It's just not. Mm-mm. Hell, half of them is talking about somebody else's damn resume.
Ain't even theirs.
Ain't even theirs. They giving somebody else credit. The ones that came before them. Called being humble.
Yeah. Somebody don't know how to do that humble by.
He said, "Sit down, be humble." Ain't nobody listen.
Nobody.
It's okay. They don't want to choke.
They don't want to.
But
everybody.
But I feel like I'm glad that you decided to really step into, because I know you battled with it for a while. You wasn't gonna do it, So I'm glad we was able to push you, like, just do it, because it needs to happen in the fashion show. I think that's what fashion shows in Columbus needs. That'll help. I feel like that'll help bring more unity in the fashion community in Columbus, because we need it for us to be the number 3.
I'm trying to do more collabs.
We're number 3 in fashion in the United States. Are you kidding me? And we can't get unity? Number 3. For y'all on YouTube, I need y'all to keep rewinding this part, because I'm gonna keep saying Columbus, Ohio is number 3. I think is it LA or New York first? One of them, both of them is in the top 2. And then it's Columbus, Ohio. Like, when someone said it, I had to go research it. Like,
I believe, but I've heard it too. Uno, dos, tres.
I went and looked it up. Cause I'm like, is that real? Or are they just trying to pump me up to make me feel like Wonder Woman over here? I went and looked it up. And literally, number 3. And we can't have unity in our fashion community. And as the number 3 in the fashion industry in the United States, we can't have unity amongst an industry that amongst the curvy community that's already being shunned in the fashion world. We already are at war. It's almost like race war. We already at war with the fashion community as a whole because we got extra curves. Because we don't fit the norm that'll go into your designs. So here in our community, in the number 3 in the United States, we got dope designers because we got some dope designers. We got some dope models, but we can't get unity.
And I'm hoping and praying that changes.
I'm praying it changes because it can be
like it's so empowering when you do unite and you really do something together and not separate. Like, it's okay to separate yourself from the fake and the phony.
That's perfectly fine.
But those that are really working and doing something, you know the difference. Don't hate on them because they out here doing something that you are doing or want to do. That's the problem. A lot of times they feel like a lot of these people in this industry, they get the big head and they don't want to share the limelight. They don't want other people to shine. And it's like, to me, if you shine, that will shine light onto what I'm doing. So when I do share or when I do an event, okay, well, so-and-so did something similar to that, or so-and-so is in that same industry. Let me see what she doing.
My thing is, why you want to dim everybody else's light around you? That's going to create a lot of darkness. Then your light ain't going to shine that damn bright. Eventually, yours is going to go out.
Speak that shit.
I'm just saying.
Speak that shit.
I don't know. I just feel like it, I a lot of it's rubbed off from Kiki. I ain't gonna lie. Miss Positive over here.
Do you love me?
Somebody. But it just, you spend a lot less energy when you just choose to be positive.
Yes.
And you just choose to go with love, and I think that's like my motto for the remainder of the year and going forward. I just go in love because why? I'm not about to waste my energy, but I really do want to be the advocate that's telling people to stop. Just stop. We could be so much better. What if Columbus ended up being the number 1 in the whole dang on United States fashion industry? It could happen if we have more unity. If y'all can get together more and support one another, make sure that, ain't nobody getting left behind. Help one another out. Just saying. Speaking of support, I ordered my printed edition of the BXM. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yes. With Miss Janice Bryan on the cover and our lovely Miss Carla on that inside of that issue as well.
Yes.
Yes. And a few other model sisters in the community. Yes, I ordered mine. It's about support,
and that's all that matters for real. If we do our part, hopefully it'll spread out into the world.
And I support even if you support me or not. I don't care, because at this point, I'm not going to waste my energy trying to. I am so
my
done.
Thing is, if it's not genuinely support, then I don't want it anyway.
So, but I'm going to genuinely support it. Like, if the only reason I'm not going to genuinely support someone is because it's just honestly flat out, I just don't like you. And that's just as honest as I can put it without being even more mean than what it sounded. But that's just me. But there's not too many people that I just genuinely don't like and wouldn't support. Even if I'm not speaking to you, we don't kick it, we don't hang, we ain't friends, I'm still supporting. You know what I'm saying? So I could care less if you support or not. I'm just not going to be that person that's going to cry anymore about people not supporting, because I'm so over it, especially in this city. And the one thing I've learned, like I said on my post a couple of days ago, I don't care where you are, wherever you're from, you're not going to get support in your own four walls of the city that you came and grew up in anyway. It's just not going to happen. I don't know why it's like that, but they always say it's the stranger that'll support you before your friends and your family. So I'll take it. my box is about to open up beyond the 270 walls of Columbus, Ohio.
I'm telling you, Columbus. It comes to
I'm willing to help support. I'm going to continue to help support, and I want great things to happen in Columbus. But I'm not going to expect anything from Columbus anymore. That's just the bottom line. Love you, but I'm not expecting anything, and I don't want that to be taken the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not going to waste my energy.
It gets better. I'm to the point now that those who are interested in what you're doing and is like-minded as you will support you.
Yes, I will always support.
Those who aren't like-minded as you and really don't give a rat's ass about what you do and won't support. And that will show when they don't come to any of the things that you talk about.
Yeah.
Don't share, not near one of the items that you post that you're doing.
Right.
Don't share it on their own page or just hit the share button on your page. That takes 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Tag them in something, they ignore it. Or they want to give fake shout outs to you on Facebook but won't show their face. That kind of thing is okay with me. I'm all right with that.
Right.
I'm to the point now. I'm 35. I'll be 35 on Saturday. Just ting-a-ling-a-ling if y'all don't know.
Yes.
I'm to the point now that I am okay with the circle that I have. Okay. For all of those out there that have supported Curvilinear Radio, and I'm being supported, not just show love because you were here or show love because whatever. I'm not even gonna go in there. Really show love to us. I appreciate y'all full-heartedly. Yes. We would not be here if it wasn't for y'all.
This is true.
Those who really were there for us and bought tickets for our events, came to our events. And we showed y'all love by coming to y'all events.
Shared our posts. We do.
That's what we do. If you show love to us, we are going to show love to you. Period. Yeah. And that's just how I felt like this show was going to be about. It was about supporting each other, not just as models, just not as business individuals, entrepreneurs, music, all of that. We wanted to give support to those who don't have a lot of support.
Correct.
You know, and if I can't come to your event, by golly, I am going to share it.
Right.
I am going to share
the hell
out of it.
Yeah.
I will post.
Or one of us might show up.
Or one of us will show up. It's 3 of us here, 4 of us if you include Brie.
Yes.
She will be our fill-in. So she has been. So if I can't come, and I will put it in our group chat. Hey, one of y'all available to come to this event? Or if none of us can come, then please share. We're going to share. That's what we do, and that's how I feel is lacking in this community in a whole. And hopefully this will change now. I'm praying that it will start changing. Again, we're going to go into a song, but I just wanted to say this again. Poetry Meets Fashion is on the 29th of this month.
Yes.
Okay.
Next
AOC.
9 days.
Exactly. 9 days away, baby.
10 tickets left for seating. After that, you will be standing.
Or
like me, you won't mind. Or you can bring your own chair.
You like me, you don't mind, because I can't sit still anyway.
Yeah, you know, some of y'all, you know, it's all okay. Because I mean, you're gonna be entertained.
Yeah, you're gonna be entertained. I promise you, you're gonna.
But if you got a problem standing, don't wear no heels, ladies. I'm just gonna keep it real. If you ain't wear comfortable shoes. If you ain't got a seat,
get up. Yeah, somebody sit down, because the VIP is the one that's guaranteed. You know, so the other ones are like free for all.
Yeah, pretty much. First come, first serve.
This is very true. This is very true.
So I just want to say that again, 29th is our fashion show, Poetry Meets Fashion, and then
that's what I like to call it. I like to call it an event.
Events.
Our intimate affair.
Intimate affair.
It is an intimate affair.
It's an intimate event.
Affair me and
it's
that's
not sexual.
People were saying you're gonna do. I am doing lingerie, just to put that out there.
Don't act like y'all don't like it.
But when I say intimate, it's up close, it's personal. And I feel like you sell more items when it's up close and personal. When you get to see the seams of the outfit, you get to see how it really moves on your body. And when you go to fashion shows in New York,
if you go
to fashion shows in other big cities, it's mostly smaller, intimate setting places. Because if you have a sunglass line, you at a stage all the way to the ceiling. How the hell am I gonna see them glasses?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The accessories on your neck, you got an accessory line. How am I gonna see that necklace if it's all the way up there? I don't know what the hell that look like. So if you actually have an intimate setting, and you don't have to have the place packed to capacity to have a good show, 30, 40, 50 people, that's enough to make an intimate, comfortable event. I would rather be comfortable than overstacked. That's all I'm saying. And we are doing this out of our own, and I'm loving it. I'm loving that we're doing it our way. You know,
every Curvilinear, we do everything different.
Our way. We do
everything with a calendar. We always got something on the calendar.
Well, baby, listen, our calendar is so off the chain right now. So again,
I don't even look at it
the week after that, starting October 7th, is Art of Curve.
AOC.
So if you want a whole week of festivities, the tickets is $100 for the whole week.
Right now it's $50 though.
It's $100 for the whole week.
Oh, general admission.
Yeah,
$100
for the whole week.
That covers all 7 days.
Yeah,
$50 for the whole week for general.
There you go for the general.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Every event.
Well, that makes sense.
For general to get in, you pay $50. You get
that's for all 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
For all of
$100, you get in everything and get drinks and get food and get the whole 9 yards. Pictures, all that.
Get it.
I love it. So, I'm gonna play a song real quick. What y'all want to hear? I want to hear somebody sing.
Man, didn't turn me off of.
I can't. Jesus. I'm afraid. And then we'll come back to specialty time. What song?
They done tore up my song.
Oh yeah, we can't play that no more.
That video. I wish we could play videos.
Yeah.
We're gonna just play Blame Famous because that's just like one of my favorite.
Raven, dude, we gotta say about. We gotta have judgment sessions sometime. Check this out.
Famous, I blame you. Famous, I blame you. Famous, I blame you. Look at all the people that done changed up. Look at all the pain that I've been through. Gotta get up and pick up the pieces. Mad at myself picking up the pieces. Thinking about all of this time that I wasted trying to be you. Famous, I blame you. I was told if I didn't push work and pop guns in my raps that I wouldn't go far. Wouldn't get money, wouldn't get that honey, wouldn't get that rep, wouldn't get that car. I was stuck in it for a minute. I wonder what could I do if I put my true self in the bars. Had to make changes. My heart pours and every letter my pen illustrates. All I plot for your front spot on my dinner plate. Mine go when the line flow mean and pour heartstring and crush egos in one rhyme scheme. Hard to be what I'm called to be. Industry make it artistically hard to breathe. I feel like I can't 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 breathe. I feel like I can't. My soul not for sale, so don't place your bets because I'm chasing purpose, never chasing checks. Wanna be influential, never part of the issue. So protect your neck for the hits will get you like. There was a time I would do anything as long as I became you. People looking in my eyes like, Joe, this ain't the same you. So many people lose their self trying to claim you. Wanna shoot for the stars but forgot how to aim through. Famous, I blame you. Famous, I blame you. Famous, I blame you. Famous, I blame you. Look at all the people that done changed up. Look at all the pain that I've been through. Gotta get up and pick up the pieces. Mad at myself picking up the pieces. Thinking about all of this time that I wasted trying to be you. Famous, I blame you. I was told if I didn't expose and downgrade a queen that I wouldn't go far. Wouldn't get money, wouldn't get that honey, wouldn't get that rep, wouldn't get that car. I was never with it from the beginning. Funny how I choose to respect them more than they listen less. Gotta get it off my chest. We need all women. Look at all the lies that they feed our women. Look at how the media want us to see our women. It's like the world wants us to defeat our women. Look at how the industry treats our women. Look at how the energy shifts our women. So I check myself because it starts with us. We gotta protect and uplift our women. They can't breathe. I feel like 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 they. Keep your head up, queen, you don't have to do what they want you to do, be who you want to be, and you are enough, so salute to you, because without you, it wouldn't be in me. I'm saying we either don't see the problem or don't want to solve it. I don't really know what's worse, or the fact that a man's still stuck in his ways, so probably gonna skip this verse. I don't see the world the way they used to see, so I speak the vision you don't usually see, coming to you from me. Lyrically self, all heart, food for thought, gluten-free, blame famous. Famous, I blame you. Famous, I blame you. Famous, I blame you. Look at all the people that done changed up. Look at all the pain that I've been through. Gotta get up and pick up the pieces. Mad at myself picking up the pieces. Thinking about all of this time that I wasted trying to be you. Famous, I blame you. Famous, I blame you. Famous, I blame you. Look at all the people that done changed up. Look at all the pain that I've been through. Gotta get up and pick up the pieces. Mad at myself picking up the pieces. Thinking about all of this time that I wasted trying to be you.
Famous, I blame you.
Yes, yes.
Famous, I blame you. Miss Linda. That's my shit right there.
Our
that
favorite.
Was I So Jump.
Yes,
I am
yes.
her H in a bit. And this is Curvilinear Radio. I am Mary J.B.
I am Kiki with an E.
And it is Miss Hot Spots. This is a good show.
I enjoyed myself too.
Me too.
I don't really have a lot to say today about fashion because we talked about it so much. I just want to talk about myself because I'm about to be 35.
You gotta talk about it. You gotta embrace it. You gotta embrace it.
I am
Make sure you're drinking your water. You feel me?
And in my journey of stepping into my 35ism, it's a thing.
35ism. You know that when you get older, you can make up your own words. You can make up your own words.
I'm
all right.
Because I feel like when you make that,
I mean it, I do, and that's the sad part. That's why I said it.
When you get into that half mark of almost 40,
yeah,
you
or halfway to 70.
Shut your mouth and your esophagus. So she always got to go far and shit. Like her ass. So anyway,
hey, I had to come to the same damn realization.
Any freaking ways, I'm not touching that. So going into 35, I am really embarking on myself.
It's a very renewing age.
This part in my life, I'm doing more self-work. Really tackling the things that trigger me. And when I say trigger, I'm not just meaning negatively, but also positive. So the things that motivate me the most, I'm really trying to dig into that. Like, I feel like those things are going to help me conquer the negative so much. This last 10 years, I've been battling depression, up and down, up and down, up and down. And it seems to really have picked up after me and my ex split. Okay. And I feel like I was really battling if I was going to ever find anybody else. And since I'm still single, I really have been, depression for that aspect of it has really, really, really been disheartening and brought me down a lot in my mindset, because I feel like I'm 35. I should be with somebody. I never felt like at this time in my life that I wouldn't be in a relationship. My whole life, I really felt like I was going to be by 35, married in a solid relationship, doing what married people do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We all have our life calendars
exactly.
set out.
So now that has
taking it day by day.
Now that hasn't happened, it really has hit me. You know, so I'm embarking in this self-work to refresh that for me. Like refresh my story, refresh my journey, because I feel like God is saying that I'm not ready for that probably. And the person that I'm probably wanting to be with isn't ready for me. You know what I'm saying? And I need to flourish more in the things that I really want to do. and see where that takes me, because he might be out there in that journey.
Right.
Of me wanting to embark on my own business adventures and doing those kind of things that I really want to do.
Different things.
Exactly. So that's my thing. Like, I felt like I've really met a couple of people that really hurt me this year, and they don't even realize it, because I never vocalize. I'm not that kind of person. Once you hurt me, it's done.
Right.
So it's like, with me not vocalizing it, it was heavy on me, and it hurt me to the point where it was causing my trigger, like depression, like crazy. And I'm trying to get over that. So that's what I am doing right now, is my self-work, working on me, doing the things that makes me smile, meeting people that make me smile. Those who don't, I'm exiting them out of my life after today. I'm done. Like, I feel like if by now they have not made me smile consistently,
right,
there's no need for you to be in my life.
Well, yeah, I feel like 35, now that I'm well into 35, is definitely a renewing age. It's for women anyway. I don't know about men, but for women, it is a renewing age, because you do start to take your life into perspective, especially when you start adding and subtracting numbers. So, but you do want to, I do feel like I did that, definitely, because I feel like I'm in a renewing phase. Like, no matter what decisions I'm making, it's all for a purpose, but I'm in a renewing where I am focused on, I don't know why, that's 35. I am focused on me. Like, no matter which way I might be swaying, at the end of the day, I'm focused on this here.
I feel like, because when you get to 40, you should be comfortable.
Yeah, you should be ready for the rest of it.
Right, you should be ready for the rest of your journey. And that's what I feel like 35 is, my reset button. Not just on my relationships, but on my mental. Yeah. I feel like I just need to really revamp myself, go for the things that I want to do. Absolutely. And just push myself and drive for that. So
I think we've all been on that path anyway for the last couple of years since we've been on air. But definitely as we've entered these 35 stages, because Kiki kicked in gear when she struck 35 last year, right? Yeah. So I mean,
thank you.
We all going after. We all going after it, and we all focused on that. Tell you how it is. We changing the way we, our lifestyles. The way we eat. I think we've all done a change in our diets. And
it's funny because now I think back to when I was a kid and my mom was in her 30s. I'm like, dang! All of a sudden she got healthy shit in there. Like, doing different shit and detoxing and what is the Metamucil, fiber shit. Like,
I was researching sea moss for 2 hours at work today. Listen,
because if you don't put that certain type of stuff we need in our bodies, you got to get the supplement for it at least.
Of course, nowadays I feel like in 2018 you got to revamp the way you eat, the way they making shit out here.
Detox that shit. But
told you. It's a beautiful age. It's a beautiful thing.
I'm comfortable now. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I had a good cry about a week ago.
Oh Lord.
And it was more of a cleansing cry.
Those are the good ones.
It was more like
those are. When you get those that really just like have not.
I had a good cleansing cry.
Cleansing cry over a hate cry any day.
It was more of me sitting there and really going through my life. And all the people, all the things, all the stuff that hurt me, just letting that shit out. Meeting people that just ain't shit and hurt you, and they don't even realize they hurt you. They say shit that they don't even realize hurt you. Like, baby, listen. So it was just a good cry. Like, I'm tired. I'm to the point where I'm tired of being so supportive and so helpful and not getting it in return. And so now I'm really to the point. That's why I said I'm self-work. It's going to take me time. I'm trying not to allow those people to dictate how I respond or tamper with my happiness, because I feel like once they're in my presence, it just
Yeah. So you have to get yourself to the point where whether they're in your presence or not, where someone else's their vibe is not going to affect yours.
Right. And that's
whether negative or not, you're still going to give
work.
Off whatever you want. Like I said, what you give out, you get back.
Yes.
So no matter what you give off, even if you're around that person who may have been negative all the time, because that's all you giving off, eventually they're going to do one or two things. They're going to go away or they're going to give it back. You ain't going to have no choice.
You're right.
Because positive beats negative all the time.
Amen. And that's why I try to stay positive. I might have a shitty face for a moment, and then I just be like, "Nope, Barry, get it together." Hi, how you doing? Like I go to the positive vibes.
Right.
That what you doing over in that corner, I'm gonna go over here.
Right.
Hey, how you doing? So I'm working on me. This is my time, and that's what I'm going to do. Work on me and do the things that I want to do. I'm 35. I got to keep reminding myself of that.
Yes, ma'am.
Kimani still, she be like, you ain't 35.
Don't worry, about 3 to 4 months in, you'll be then accepted. Actually, not even that long. You'll be okay. Trust me.
I know I will. I know.
Because the fact that because it's a good thing when people actually do recognize when they do need to start, adjusting and making change, or when they want to do the renewal thing. And I think 35 is a good age, and it is the age of renewal. So, that's a good thing. Because then, I've had to do some stuff like that. I've done a lot of work. Hell, I've got people that hurt me, don't know they hurt me, and they don't know that I know they hurt me, and I just let it go.
Let it go.
Because you know what? I'm just going to let that go. And that takes a lot for me.
Because I feel like once I open that door, baby, listen, Pandora going to come out.
Yeah. Plus, I learned that I'm nasty when I'm hurt.
Me
so
too.
I just refuse to
I won't even talk to you. You'll be texting me.
See, I do talk. That's my problem.
I can't because if I reply, I know it's going to be a bad reply. When I reply, it's going to be, you're going to be like, oh, this bitch.
If I'm hurt,
I'm hurt. You didn't dog me or you did something to me and I know you have, so I'm going to let you marinate and think that I'm not talking to you.
Right there
and I want you to realize it's you. You're going to be like, what did I do?
Right.
Why she ain't talking to me? Yeah. Keep marinating on that.
Yeah, see, I do a shift in the atmosphere is what I do. I just be like, you know what? I know how to handle you from now on. All right. So we're just going to do that. And I'm going to just keep it moving because if I focus on this, it's going to be a problem. So I'm just going to let it go.
Very bad problem. So I'm going to pass the mic. Go ahead, KK. What I ate?
What you got, Aquafina?
I got a little bit of water facts here. As we get older,
speaking of water,
body water content decreases. The risk for dehydration increases. Dehydration is a frequent cause of high hospitalization for older adults. So therefore, you need to drink your water even more as we get older, because as we get older, like I said, our body is decreasing in percentage of water. So therefore, and the things that we are intaking, our bodies is taking it differently. So we need water to also flush out the toxins and just prevent certain things that our body is more prone to maybe getting.
I mean, your body dies every day. I'm going to need you to put some life back into it.
First 30 minutes of the day, waking up, drink some water.
I know that was kind of a cruel way to say that, wasn't it?
I mean, and then like as we get older, we may need certain medications, certain vitamins.
I ain't taking no damn medications now.
Some of us out here at this age is. Even as we're getting, because we're not taking care of their stuff. Yeah, along this journey called life.
Vitamins.
So vitamins, we need them extra vitamins.
Are good. I believe in herbs.
Any type of supplements you put in your body is taking the water away. So you want to make sure you're replenishing, drinking the water. Because like I said, even the vitamins we take, people out here on blood pressure medicine, people out here diabetic, taking insulin. I'm not saying just our age, but just our age getting older. Facts. We want to be more mindful of drinking more water, especially if we're taking medications or different types of supplements to keep us healthy.
You know what's funny? I drink water so much now to the point that I don't even have a taste for anything else.
Girl, I swear
I had. Listen, I love some orange pop, and I love me some Crush orange.
You find somebody even drinking,
and I bought a freaking 20 ounce today at lunch and couldn't even drink it. I took one sip. That sucker burned so bad. I said, I don't even want this. I'll just take some water.
So, you gotta watch that. Make sure you just,
it helps with your skin anyway.
It does, and we're get that good more. We're getting close to the wrinkle age a little bit, so we're trying to stay.
Nah, black don't crack. I don't know what you talking about.
I didn't say crack. I said wrinkle. It's a difference.
I don't know about. I'm gonna do the Eartha Kitt.
There's some smokers out here and
What
drinkers out here.
bitches?
People that do these things daily. It will eventually
That's
definitely
true.
smoking cigarettes.
Yep, that's why I'm glad I don't do that no more.
So I'm like,
Thank
if you do
Lord.
them type of things on a daily, you should want to detox some way.
I need to let that rat poison go.
High five again, bro, for that shit right there.
And it stinks.
And that probably put an extra 15 more years back on your life. Stopping that shit.
Hell, you can breathe easier. You can taste better. The food tastes better. You taste better.
You smell better.
I was just about to say that because I can't stand kissing a smoker.
Oh my God.
Hell, it ain't just the kissing part that tastes better either.
So I literally my daughter's dad, like we together in love. That's my baby. But you smoke, and if you about to, you better back up.
I'm gonna need you to go
get
flush
that fucking
out.
face up out of my face because you smell like.
And you're not getting no fellatio.
That's an attitude. Like that's disrespectful.
It
is.
You smell like cigarettes, bitch.
That's nasty. You just blew out cigarette smoke 3 seconds ago. How dare you do me like that?
Hit them with the Forrest Gump.
But anyway, some of the warning signs of dehydration as we get older can be fatigue, dizziness, thirst, obviously, because we're dehydrated. I mean, that's your body talking to you right there. Drink something. Just try to make it water. Dark urine, headaches, dry mouth / noses, dry skin, and cramping.
Dry noses mean that you dehydrated?
I mean,
dry nose.
You just dry. I swear I felt this. Like,
when you don't have no water.
You didn't have no runny nose. That was good.
Just like, no.
Not necessarily dry. Running. It's just dry. Like, when you are drying out because you ain't had no water. Yeah.
You can just feel it. I know I do.
I can't say that I feel it in my nose, but I definitely.
No, but just period. You just feel it.
I definitely feel it.
Drink some water. It's like, oh my God, I feel so much better.
Now that I'm so used to drinking water as much as I drink water, I can tell the difference when my ass ain't had no water. I was at the other day at work. Like, I was about 2 hours in and realized I need some water.
Yeah,
it makes too much.
Makes the day much better.
Yeah, wake my whole body up. Like, hold on, wait a minute.
People need caffeine, so they think water. I need it.
I can't go cold turkey yet, but I've cut back.
I don't drink coffee. I drink iced coffee. It's a difference.
Listen, I can't go cold turkey. I used to do a large cup every day. I used to do a large cup every day. I'm down to a small, so I'm doing good.
So, and I only got one more thing here because I felt like when Mary talking about her birthday coming up, I mean, we all got to have to experience getting older. So I just feel like y'all just understand how passionate I am about how water is very essential to your body, to your diet, to everyday lifestyle, to living longer. So I just had to put that on. Talk about it again. I just love water. But I got a little Aquafina. Right. You see, I'm Ice Mountain today. But I got one little something that caught my eye earlier. Because I've been seeing about this, but it's been elsewhere. But I said, like, oh my God, it's coming here. Like, I feel like a kid just reading this. Have you ever seen online somewhere the biggest bounce house ever?
I think I did see that.
Well, guess what is coming here? Apparently, like this one, the world's biggest bounce house, it travels.
Okay.
And it's coming here October 5th through the 7th in Grove City. I don't have much more here, but because I just screenshot it because I was so excited. But it's on Facebook. If you were to look up the Big House, the Big Bounce event, the Big Bounce America event, something should come up. But you'll see this. I mean, it's so colorful. Like, I want to go out there myself. Yeah, so we might have to check that out. So, like I said, it's October 5th through the 7th, Grove City, Ohio. Check it out on Facebook. I mean, I think it's pretty dope. The world's biggest bounce house. Don't that like make you feel like a kid again? Just even thinking about it.
But at the same time, it sounds like an accident waiting to happen.
Me too. And that's another part of me that want to go too, because I'm like, how is this really going to work out with us? With us.
sound
Ohio
like
people.
A black eye and busted lip waiting to happen. But it sounds fun though if everybody know how to play in a bounce house, right?
Right, like they got here for 2 days, and I think
Columbus.
next is going. It's like all over. I mean, I've seen LA, I've seen Philly. It's like everywhere. This world's biggest bounce house.
I'm sure they got a way to monitor that and make sure it's.
I'm sure,
but I definitely want to.
I mean,
that's a lot of air.
Yeah. I bet we can get in. We should be able to get in because I really want to get on.
you see her
I'm
face.
dead ass serious.
She looks just like.
But I want to share that, I'm all about
like,
the babies and something to do with the kids. You know what I'm saying? October 5th, 7th, y'all come on, meet us out there at Grove City and get on this world's biggest bounce house. Don't act like I'm gonna be the only adult that's gonna want to get on this bounce house.
You had little mamas look when you like. I really.
I mean, my kids know me. They gonna look at me like, "Mom, you getting in?" I'm like, "Yep." Mm-hmm. They be looking back at me. I'm already taking my shoes off. Like,
"Yep, she coming."
I'm like, first. Come on, I help y'all up. Anyway, what you got, Miss Misha? What's going on in the city besides our good fashion shows and events?
I was gonna say, for real, I ain't even trying to advertise nothing. I need y'all to get these tickets. Like we said, we got 10 tickets left for the Poetry Meets Fashion. 10 seated tickets. Sorry, 10 seated tickets left.
We're gonna have vendors.
We're not even gonna say 10 seated tickets left. It's first come, first serve. Tickets are still on sale. $10. You can cash app $ Curvilinear Radio, or it's on Eventbrite. All of us have shared the link. I will be resharing it again tonight, tomorrow, and leading up for the next 9 days. Starting October 7th, correct? October 7th through to the 14th is the Art of Curves Fashion Week. That is shared amongst all of their pages, as well as all the model pages that are involved in that. You can probably hashtag Curve the Runway or Art of Curves, or AOC on Facebook too. Curve the Runway Ohio.com. Get all the information. I'm pretty sure it's on Eventbrite as well to get tickets. Okay.
Eventbrite is where you can get the tickets.
Okay.
Or you can meet up with a model.
But there's many ways to get you a ticket. Kiki said that's $100 for VIP for the whole 7 days, or $50 for general admission for the full 7 days. Or if you just want to go to one a day, or you can only make it a couple days, make sure you get your tickets for that day. I got a couple things around in the city, but honestly, I'm more on what we do promote what we're doing, and I also want to speak on voting. This is something we didn't get to do what I had planned to do because it's too close to the voting season. No, this is not the presidential election, but it is extremely, extremely important. Yes, it's actually more important than the presidential election. This is the midterm elections where you are voting for issues in your state, county, city. You're voting for your governors, your senators, your people that's sitting on the House for you, so that we can put the right people in Congress. Okay. One of the issues which someone brought up to me today. So make sure, first of all, voting is November 6th. If you have not updated or registered to vote, you have until October the 9th. The October 9th registration closes October 9th. So make sure you do that no later than October 9th. Update your registration. Know where your polling is. Get registered if you're not already registered. Please don't let nobody convince you that voting doesn't matter and that your vote doesn't count. It does. Go out and vote. Please. One of the issues I'm gonna bring up, probably an issue every week, but one of the issues for the state of Ohio is issue 1. Issue 1 is the only statewide measure on ballot for the general election this November, and it's regarding felony 4 and 5 crimes related to drug possession or use would be reduced to misdemeanors. So this is an issue that has had a lot of conversation, especially when you have almost all 50 states have legalized marijuana. There are a lot of people in jail for use of marijuana or even for the sale of marijuana who have extensive sentences, or they get automatic felony 4 and 5 on their record for it, and it should be a misdemeanor. Then their time needs to get cut down. You've now legalized this drug. It's no longer, on the same level as all of the rest. Make room for the and also they're wanting to implement a drug treatment program and rehabilitative program, which I think is better than sticking a crackhead or a drug addict in jail. You're not fixing them. You're just putting them in a cage. So, if you don't know anything about issue 1, definitely look it up. There is a site, columbusunderground.com. I will share it on our page so that you can get more information from 3 different sides of the perspective. I'm not going to tell people what to vote, but if you vote the yes side, it's in favor of issue 1. Argue that the measure would direct nonviolent drug offenders to treatment rather than to prison and reduce the number of those incarcerated, thereby reducing prison operating costs.
That confuses
people.
So
if you vote yes, and if you are against people who are drug offenders or nonviolent drug offenders to get treatment versus going to prison, then you want to vote yes. If you're against it, you will vote no.
Gotcha. Y'all hear that?
So if you want more information on it, though, to get the details, please go look that up. That's issue 1 for the state of Ohio. It is, again, the only statewide measure on the ballot for the general election this November. So that means it is extremely important. If you are against the organized prison system, you need to be voting this November 6th.
If you smoke weed, you need to be.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
If you got somebody, a loved one or a friend that's in jail or has a felony 4 or 5 on their record that can get reduced to a misdemeanor, which can make a difference with them getting a job, having a place to live, being able to vote. It can get reduced. So you need to make sure you're out voting. Get registered. If you don't know if you can register to vote, go register to vote. You can do it online. You do not have to go anywhere. You could do it from your phone. I will be sharing the link.
Like, how they mail it in? Can they do that?
You can mail it in. Again, it has to be stamped by October 9th, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I'll get information in
next week. First.
But I'll put it on our page. All the information for that.
Start now.
You waiting on your absentee? Yeah, I got to mail mine in. I need to get a stamp. So, but yeah, you can do absentee ballot to where you don't have to go down to the vote.
Right to the fire station. It's never nobody. I always get in, get my name, get to the thing, get out.
I will put all of the voting information for state of Ohio, where to get registered, as well as issue article for information on issue 1,
right.
As well as other issues that or anybody that will be running for this election and the importance. So make sure you tune into our page for that information.
Yes.
And then it's my birthday in 2 days. She's only 35. Oh, welcome to the club. Hey. She made it halfway through her 30s, y'all. Yes. It's birthday. Hey, it's birthday. And listen, to help you further, I just want you to know I am proud of you because I've been with you now for almost 2 years, and you have done everything you said you was going to do, plus some. I honestly didn't think it was going to go into I'm not going to say this far, but into the magnitude that it has with starting out at Curvilinear Radio. But you always spread positivity and love. You're always supporting. You always show being just a good person. You're a great example of a mom, a friend, a model sister, and I'm glad to know you. Don't be crying, so be proud in your 35 because you are an accomplished stylist, posing director, model, aging gracefully, poet, author. Do I need to keep going?
No, you got me.
Okay. All right.
I love you.
I love you too, boo.
Y'all. I really do.
It's going to be a fun birthday. It's okay.
Already now.
I'm excited. And my mom is cooking me dinner. Oh, shit.
Oh, that's always good. Oh, damn.
Like where?
At my house.
Oh, okay. When that is?
Special request?
Yeah, for me.
Okay.
I can bring something to the table.
Sure. What you bringing?
I don't know. When is it?
It's Saturday.
Saturday? She cooking Saturday?
Before we get ready for our
that
adventure.
evening?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of only right.
Baby,
We'll talk about this.
We'll talk about that.
Everybody.
I'm excited. So we're going to get out of here.
Yep, because I'm hungry.
Finish playing Blame Famous, and then we're going to go.
All right.
So
rolling it out with the I to the front, H in the back.
Baby,
make sure y'all get y'all tickets
next week. So get y'all tickets for sure.
Wouldn't get that car. I was never with it from the beginning. Funny how I choose to respect them more than they listen less. Gotta get it off my chest. We need all women. Look at all the lies that they feed all women. Look at how the media want us to see all women. It's like the world want us to defeat all women. Look at how the industry treats our women. Look at how the energy shifts our women. So I check myself because it starts with us. We gotta protect and uplift our women. They can't breathe. I feel like 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 they. Keep your head up, queen. You don't have to do what they want you to do. Be who you want to be, and you are enough. So salute to you, because without you, it wouldn't be with me. I'm saying we either don't see the problem or don't want to solve it. I don't really know what's worse, or the fact that a man's still stuck in his ways. They're probably gonna skip this verse. I don't see the world the way they used to see, so I speak the vision you don't usually see coming to you from me. Lyrically self, all heart, food for thought, gluten free, blame famous.